Human circulatory system. This is our 6th unit. Right. Here we are going to talk about human heart, arteries, veins, and about blood. Right. Now, when we are talking about this circulatory system, blood circulatory system, you have learned this system in grade 7 also. So, somewhat knowledge you are having. You have learned this under science and health when you are in grade 7. Okay. Now let's see. Now blood circulatory system is one of systems in our human body. So tell me, what is the function of this? You have learned this, right? Function is transportation. Transportation, right? Now then we have to think what kind of things are transported, right? What are the things transporting? Yes, carbon dioxide, oxygen, nutrients, waste matters, then hormones, enzymes, medicines, all these are transported through blood. So, blood flows in a system, it is the circulatory system, right? First of all, we are going to discuss the structure of human heart, right? In here, in page number 72, structure is given for you and it is labeled diagram. You can study this one also. Now look at this diagram, right? Now this is human heart, right? So when we are talking about human heart, where this organ is located? Yes, it is located in thoracic cavity. Thoracic cavity. උරස් කුහරය තුල තමයි පිහිටලා තියෙන්නේ. Thoracic cavity in between two lungs, right? In between two lungs. A little towards left side. පොඩ්ඩක් වමට බර වෙන තමයි heart එක තියෙන්නේ, right? Now you know the location and let's see if you cross it is a longitudinal section LS. Here දිග අතට අපි කැපුවොතින් we can see this kind of structure, right? Here mainly we can see four chambers කුටීර හතරක් තියෙනවා, right? Two upper chambers and these are lower chambers. Upper chambers are known as atria, singular atrium, right? These are lower chambers are known as ventricles, right? Then now that the upper, lower, so here this is the left side of the human heart, left. This is the left side, right? And here this is the right side, right? So when we can label each chamber according to that way. So here LA for left atrium, LA for left atrium, LV left ventricle, then RA right atrium, RV right ventricle. So those are the four chambers of our heart, right? So when we are talking about atrium and ventricle, you can see there is a small gap or something contact which allows to flow blood from atrium to ventricle, this one, and here this one. They are called valves. What are the valves? In Sinhala, they are known as kapat, right? In this valves, it allows blood to flow in one direction. It means from here to here. Backflow, it means from here to here. Blood cannot flow because of this valve. Understood? Yes. Here, left atrium to left ventricle. There is a valve called bicuspid valve, right? What is it? Bicuspid valve. There is another name for that as mitral valve. mitral valve. It is in your textbook. You can see that mitral valve. Okay. Why it is still in bicuspid? They are having two lids like this. It is consisting of two lids. That's why it is known as bicuspid valve. Right. Here, that this valve is known as tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve, in between right atrium and right ventricle it is located, right? So they are having three leads like this, three leads. That's why it is known as tricuspid valve, right? Those are the valves, main valves in human heart, right? When we are talking about here heart, you can see I have drawn these blood vessels. Now these are blood vessels, okay, in two colors. Some here these two are in red and here these are blue color. So that is the standard way of drawing. Now when it is colored picture, always it is drawn using red and blue. Normally for arteries we use red color. For arteries we use red color. For veins we use blue color, right? It is a standard, right? Here, so according to that standard, you can see here having these two blood vessels are arteries and these are veins. Okay, right. Right. Then what are these two? Can you label these two blood vessels? Let's see this one. This is the main artery of human heart. It starts from left ventricle. It starts from left ventricle, right? It is called as aorta. In Sinhala, Sangsthānika Mahadhamani. Sangsthānika Mahadhamani, right? Here it starting from left ventricle and it goes upward and making a large C bend, and again back from the back side of the heart it goes downwards like this, right? When it is traveling traveling in this way, it is branching and giving blood to various organs of the human body, right? That is aorta, okay, right? Then this artery, it is starting from right ventricle. It starts from right ventricle and you can see at here it is branched into two branches, right? What is this artery? It is known as pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery. Pulmonary means, yes, it is connected with lungs. Okay, right. So this is pulmonary artery and here it is branching. Can you tell me where these branches are going? Yes, this is left pulmonary artery and it goes to left lung, right? And this is right pulmonary artery, it goes to right lung, right? So those are the two arteries, right? I think all you got these arteries, right? Then you can see here another something there are another type of valves. Here you can see at the beginning point of aorta and pulmonary artery, right? How do you call them? They are also valves. They are known as semilunar valves. Semilunar valves, okay? Here semilunar valves, again doing the function of valve, it means the blood in here when it goes to the aorta, what happens? All after going all the blood to aorta, what happens? These semilunar valves are getting close. Therefore, backflow could not be happen, right? Backflow could not be happen, right? Here they are. This semilunar valve known as aortic semilunar valve. Aortic means because it is located in aorta, therefore it is aortic semilunar valve. This is pulmonary semilunar valve. Pulmonary semilunar valve because it is located in pulmonary artery. Okay, so it is clear, I think, for you. Then let's see what are the veins connected to heart. These are the veins, right? You can see arteries connected to the ventricles. Then veins are connected to the atria, right? Here you can see first two branches coming a vein to the heart. It is coming actually from the left lung. Now here this one taking blood to the left lung, this artery taking blood to the left lung and getting pure here, and that pure blood again taken by these two veins to the heart. So here again pulmonary name comes for this, and it is in left side and it is a vein. So how to name that? Left pulmonary artery. Left pulmonary artery, it is coming as a two branches. Okay, two branches, right? Same way from this side. Now here this right artery, right pulmonary artery taking blood to the right lung. At the lung, the blood getting pure. Then pure blood again taken to the heart by these two veins. So it is right pulmonary vein. Right pulmonary vein, right? Then that is about veins here. And this side also we can see two veins. Here this vein, it takes blood, it collects blood from the lower region of the body. Lower region means lower than heart. Lower heart level region, blood taken by this vein to the heart. It is known as inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava. Okay, right. And again same way, this vein collecting blood from the upper level of the heart, right? Head, neck, shoulders, like that. So up from the upper region, it is taking blood to the heart. It is known as superior vena cava. Superior vena cava, right? So this is the structure of human heart, and you know the four chambers, arteries, veins, and the valves of the human heart. Now it is expected the things in the heart to label by you, and you should have that skill. So here in your textbook also the diagram is given and it is labeled, and go through these names and again study properly. You can study it properly, right? Then we are moving to next part, that is arteries, veins and capillaries, right? Now arteries, veins, capillaries, both these three are same, even though we are giving names, three names, but all of them are same. Okay, so what is now, however the different names are given, it is continuous. Same means it is all they are continuous, not separated, right? Here tell me what is the difference between artery and vein? What is the main difference? How we separate? This is a artery, this is a vein. How we separate? Arteries always taking blood away from the heart. Okay, arteries taking blood away from the heart. Then veins taking blood into the heart, right? That is the main difference. Arteries taking blood away from the heart, veins taking blood into the heart, right? So but there are so many differences. This is the main reason, main character we can identify an artery and a vein, right? Here, look at this diagram now. Then you can understand these three blood types of blood vessels, right? Now you can see this is a artery, small branch of aorta. We can know it as artery, right? Here, from this artery a branch comes. These small branches are known as arterioles. Arterioles. Here, this artery, small branching coming out of that, it is arteriole. Here, what happens? Further this arteriole is further dividing, right? So here when we are talking about considering the thickness of the wall, little bit higher, thicknesses are higher. But when this arterioles further divided and when it becomes capillary, now this is capillary stage, okay? From here to here, this is the capillary stage, right? Then what happens? The thickness of the wall is very low. Very low means thickness only one cell layer, right? The wall having one cell layer. Because of that, the things can exchange very well from inside to outside and from outside to inside, right? So however, artery, this is arteriole, then here this is the red color region is the arterial side of the capillary artery, that it is making by artery, right? Now think blood flowing from in here and it enters to the arteriole and it is entered to these capillaries. Then what happens? Now these are cells. Now the cells always want oxygen and nutrients, so they are taking those materials from the blood. So here this blood, when they are passing these cells, they are giving, how to give? They are diffusing. Now here inside blood having high concentration of oxygen and glucose, okay? So here when they are flowing near these cells, what happens? Here high concentration to low concentration. Inside low, oxygen and nutrient amount is very low. Therefore, from high concentration to low concentration, they are coming, they are diffusing, right? So inside cells, waste matters are high. For an example, carbon dioxide, nitrogenous waste matters, they are very high, in high level. Therefore, from the cells to blood, they start to flow, diffuse. Understood? So that is how materials exchanging between blood and the cells, right? Now think all oxygen taken by these cells and waste matter given by cells. What happens to the blood now? Yes, the blood getting impure. It means no oxygen now because all are given to the cells. So when it comes here, what happens? It is now deoxygenated, and that is the venal part of the capillary, venal part, right? That way it is come to this direction, this junction, and you can see all the branches are coming. It is a junction, the junction making that venule. Then these venules are connecting to large veins, okay? Finally these veins are taking blood to the heart. Understood? Yes, it is not very it is, I think you can understand it, right? So this is the artery, arteriole, capillary, venules and veins, how located. Right. Then let's see some differences between arteries and veins. Okay. The first difference is, you know it already now. What is it? Yes. Here arteries take in blood always away from the heart. Take in blood away from the heart. Then veins, they are taking blood always into the heart. Into the heart. Right? Or towards the heart, we can tell. Next one, when we talking about walls of the arteries and veins, what can you tell about the thickness and the elasticity of arteries and veins? Thickness means ganakama. Yes, let's see here. I have drawn here two blood vessels. They are cross sections. It means if this is the blood vessel cutting on this way, if you see that the cross section, here you can see in this way arteries and veins. You can see the thickness, right? Here high thick. This is an artery. Here thickness is high. Here thickness is lower than this. This is a vein. So thickness is normally arteries in thicknesses are high than veins, and also they have high elastic nature. Elasticity is high. It means than veins. It means yes, they can stretch very easily. Right? Okay. What is the reason for that? Because here in arteries normally blood pressure is high than veins. Blood pressure is high in arteries than veins. Therefore, to withstand or to resist that high pressure, always the thicknesses and elastic nature is high in arteries. Understood? Yes. Due to high pressure inside the blood. Okay. Then, third point. So, you can take the consider the blood pressure. Normally, arterial pressure is higher than venal blood pressure. Okay, so that is the reason to have high thickness walls and high elasticity in arteries. Right. Then we consider about valves. Right. In Sinhala, how do you call a valve? It is yes, kapat. Right. Now here you can see a valve I had drawn. This is a blood vessel, this is a vein, and this is here these two flaps are making the valve. Okay. Now you can see at this moment blood can flow from here to here in this way through the valve. Right. Now think after going the blood, after passing blood from here to here, here what has happened? The valve has closed now. Right. Can blood again can happen a backflow from this direction to this direction? Can? No, can't. Right? Because now the valve is closed. Understood? Yes. Right? Here it is closed now. Here it is open. Right? Now because of these valves, what is happening is always backflow not happens. The blood flows only to one direction. Like this way, backflow not happens. Right. Because of that, here in veins, blood can flow to one direction. Understood? Yes. So it is these kind of valves very much we can see in veins. Right. So in arteries we cannot find out that kind of much valves. Understood? But when comparatively in veins there are a lot of valves. Highly valves are located for the this kind of to make flow the blood. Right. That is another difference. Then let's see oxygenated and deoxygenated blood via flows. Then you know now, normally arteries always here according to this one. This is the aorta making branches, arteries, and always aorta has oxygenated blood. It means lot of oxygen in the blood or pure blood, right? Here, but this is an artery, so that is oxygenated blood. But when you thinking about this pulmonary artery, can we expect such situation? No. Here flows deoxygenated blood, right? Impure blood, right? Here, first start from here. Let's see how it happens, right? I told you these pulmonary veins taking blood from the lungs. Here, left pulmonary vein taking blood from the left lung, right pulmonary veins taking blood from right lung. They are oxygenated blood. It means lot of oxygen or pure blood. Then that blood flowing from here to here through bicuspid valve, right? After flowing to the left ventricle, blood enters to the aorta through aortic semilunar valve. Okay, right. That blood is pure blood and it is transported throughout the body, right? Then what happens? Yes, in this way, after transporting, what happens? The oxygenated blood getting deoxygenated like this. Through the capillaries, they are exchanging materials, exchanging. As a result of that, the blood getting impure, the blood getting deoxygenated. Then again, that blood connecting by veins and taking them to heart. Taking them to heart, right? That blood is deoxygenated or impure blood or no oxygen. Then what happens? That blood flows to right ventricle through tricuspid valve, right? Then at here, that blood enters to the pulmonary artery through pulmonary semilunar valve, and that blood taken to lungs, two lungs. At lungs, what happens? Yes, oxygen and mainly oxygen adding to the blood. It means giving carbon dioxide to lungs and taking oxygen to blood, and because of that, oxygen getting pure. Again, that the pure blood taken by these two veins to the heart. That is how blood circulate inside the heart. Therefore, normally arteries having oxygenated blood, normally veins having deoxygenated blood. But however, in here, it is a little bit getting upside down when we are considering this heart structure of human heart. Artery has pure blood, pulmonary artery has impure blood. Again, superior vena cava and inferior vena cava having impure blood, but pulmonary veins having pure blood. Understood? Yes. These two veins having pure blood or oxygenated blood. These two veins having impure blood or deoxygenated blood. Aorta having always oxygenated blood. Pulmonary artery having deoxygenated blood. Right. So, but normally we can tell arteries having oxygenated blood, veins having deoxygenated blood, but there is a difference when we are considering pulmonary artery and pulmonary veins. Okay. Then you can write down this topic, the human circulatory system, and I think you can draw this human heart and label it. Try to label without looking at your textbook, and you should learn by heart these names. That is very important thing. And then you can draw this one, arteries, veins and capillary stage, that diagram, and you can make the comparison between arteries and veins. Again, I would like to tell these differences, and then you can add this to your writing book, right? Comparison first was arteries taking blood away from the heart, veins taking blood into the heart. Here arteries walls thickness is high, elasticity is high. Here thickness is low and elasticity is low than artery. Then normally blood pressure is high. Here veins comparatively low. No much valves, actually valves are absent, but here veins there are so many valves located. And finally oxygenated blood flows normally, with some exceptions, okay. Then in veins deoxygenated blood flows normally, right? So those are the differences. I think you can write down them into your writing books, right? Then we have to discuss about components of blood and their functions. So I hope to see you soon from next video. Until then, be safe.